But I did pick the stock of the day as IAG. So it has been served with a class action lawsuit alleging that it secretly slugged loyal customers with higher prices via a pricing algorithm. Slater and Gordon filed the lawsuit in Victoria's Supreme Court, accusing businesses of engaging in unfair tactics and misleading conduct in selling home insurance policies. IAG says that it will defend the action. Now, I think IAG is an interesting one to speak of now as well, just given what Andrew said about higher for longer narrative. How will that impact some of these insurers and financial stocks? For our stock of the day, Andrew Wielandt, I'll start with you.
Yeah, look, insurance companies for a number of years there were on the nose when bond yields weren't terribly friendly, but have really had their moment in the sun over the last 18, 24 months. Even QBE, dare I say it, has been sort of showing some real signs of life and is starting to get a nice little kick along. Look, it's certainly not helpful, this case. It's a distraction for management. But at the end of the day, as a company ending, not by any stretch of the imagination, there'll be some sort of settlement that will come out of this. So, but, in the context of making sure that the systems and processes are correct so that loyal customers are looked after, well, that's a whole other story. But from an IAG point of view, still comfortable with that business, still comfortable with insurers in general. Higher bond yields will certainly benefit those. And of course, and I know Henry's been talking to his members about his car insurance, and I know that I just had my home insurance renewed, and that was a 10% uplift. You are captured to that. Even the inflation data that just came out sort of showed that insurance and financial services, I think there was about an 8% uplift there. So comfortable with IAG, and if it was to weaken further, potentially it's actually an opportunity. So it's a hold for the time being, but any further weakness might be a buy, Nadine.
Okay, right. So, Henry, in your view, sorry, I left you out of that first little discussion, I realized after the fact. We hear from you lots. Look, IAG, could you, if you were an IAG shareholder, make enough money off of it in the next year to offset the price increases you'd get if you were a customer?
Permission to rant, Nadine.
Permission granted.
Fantastic. I have to say, these companies, and IAG are not Robinson Crusoe in this. They take customers for granted. They seem to spend more of their time and more of their money marketing to get new customers than they do looking after their loyal old customers. And once again, we've seen this with IAG. We see it every day, and it's part of the problem is us as consumers. We're just lazy when it comes to referring or renewing your insurance. They just send you a little notice saying, don't worry, it's going to renew or whatever, and we put a little price rise in. Don't worry about it. We're looking after you. Shop around, people. I mean, David Koch is an ambassador for shopping around, and you need to shop around. Car insurance is competitive out there. House insurance should be competitive out there. So IAG slugging their loyal customers with some sort of alleged algo, I guess. In terms of this, it's just really not on, I've got to say. If it's proven to be true and Slater and Gordon win some sort of settlement, it just again goes to the crux of the matter that we get treated for our loyalty very, very badly. And companies seem to spend too much money and too much time chasing new customers. As far as IAG goes as an investment, yeah, really, why bother? It's got a yield. It's not been going anywhere for a little while. It's been going kind of sideways, 620 to sort of 650. It's probably towards the bottom end of that range, higher yields because of this CPI bounce, which if you look at the numbers themselves, one of the big increases has been financial and insurance services. So, this is, they're doing well. They're raising prices and they're getting yields up and they're doing better out of the yields. So I think here it's a hold. This is obviously goes to the crux of the matter. They've just had a day when they talked about insurance and talked about looking after customers because, customers are struggling a little bit and feeling the cost of living pressures and insurance costs are going up because repairing houses and repairing cars prices are going up. But really, guys, stop penalising loyal customers and trying to get new customers and just assuming we're all going to be lazy. Stop being lazy, people. Check around. Go to the sites, the comparison sites, and find a better deal. Move on.
Okay, so IAG as a buy, hold, sell though.
Hold.
Got it. Thank you.